game have said that it's sort of they wanted to introduce fans to the genre of RTS, and as a result, it's kind of it's simplistic. It's no Supreme Commander or StarCraft or something like that, but it's an interesting take on the Final Fantasy series. I've had fun with it so far. If you want to read more about it, you can go on the site and read my preview that's up right now.
All right, now we are here at one of the two mega theaters of the Square Enix party. This would be the open mega theater, and this is pretty much for anybody to come and sit down and check stuff out. They have stage shows going on every day, and in between the stage shows they have looping trailers. Now we would go in further if we could, but as you can see over my shoulder, this is not a happy place for cameras.
It's an ever-growing line of fans in front of me waiting to play the newest game in the Final Fantasy XII series. Of course, it's Final Fantasy XII International Zodiac Job System. What that name means, I don't know, but it's coming out here in August, and judging by the looks of the line, there's a lot of people waiting to play it. What we do know is that this is sort of a second rehash of the game, incorporating the original game, some of the new content from the American version of the game, and then some further tweaks on the job system, the license board, that kind of thing. So, no word yet on whether it's coming out in the States, but it looks like a lot of fun, and I hope these guys have fun playing it.
So we are here in front of the closed Mega Theater, which is a little bit more of an elite showroom for a bunch of cool trailers that Square Enix is showing off to fans that have come to their party. There is some new stuff, there is some extended stuff. We wrote about it in news, but we can't show you. They're pretty strict about what we can kind of take. So this is what we got. We can show you a line, and we can show you this big screen that's saying stuff in Japanese.
Standing in front of the newest game in the Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles series, this is Ring of Fates. I had a chance to play this game, and I'll tell you right now, it's my favorite game that I've seen here so far. Fans of the series might remember that the original game came out on GameCube, and it was sort of a multiplayer experience, but you were sort of hampered by the fact that you could only move in this bubble, and when you play with other people, it was really restricted how you moved. Well, in this version of the game, all of those restrictions are out the window. You can play with 4 players, and you can choose different classes, and you can move anywhere on the map. The only caveat to that is that you can't move off screen. In other words, you can't go to another room that's something that you all have to go to the same room together. But other than that, you're free to move wherever you want, play it wirelessly. This demo has 2 parts to it. There's a multiplayer demo where you can sit down at these chairs and play with 3 other people, go through a quick adventure, beat up bosses, and it's really fun. And then there's on the far side of the wall, there's a solo thing where you go through the first part of the story and are introduced to the main characters. Honestly, I like the multiplayer a lot more than I like the single player because there's lots of different job classes, lots of different things to do, and lots of different monsters to fight. So this game is coming out in August on the Nintendo DS here in Japan. We're not sure when it's coming out in the States, but you got to figure eventually. But I actually can't wait for this game to come out in the States because it's been a lot of fun.
So it's obvious that here in Japan the DS is huge, not just because they have really cool games, but because it's this kind of all ages device. And so to take advantage of that, we're seeing a lot of companies put out different kind of applications for it. DS Style is Square Enix's attempt to kind of appeal to a broader audience. What DS Style is actually a bunch of titles that are falling under kind of that brand. And what you've got is a collection of kind of like Lonely Planet maps that are of Paris, Thailand, and Italy. You've also got this kind of funky garden assistant that helps you figure out how to tend to your garden. There's also a classical music encyclopedia dictionary thing that's got information on all these musicians and their history and stuff like that. And there's a very happy dog that kind of hangs out in that one, so hey. So obviously these games probably aren't going to come out to the States as is, although it'd be kind of cool if one of these days someone like Lonely Planet kind of throws down and does something like this, because I think people would probably wind up using them. Alright, so for those of you that have never been to a Japanese trade show, when they start playing Auld Lang Syne, that means get out. So that also means it is the end of the second day of the Square Enix party. We are done here. We're going to go run back to the rooms, post some more stuff, pack, because we leave tomorrow. So good times. So on behalf of me, Brian and Takeshi, thanks for watching, thanks for reading, and we'll be back here in September for TGS.